As leaders and people, we often want to be liked and approachable, but how do you maintain a professional boundary so that you aren't seen as a friend, but a respected leader? Today we will explore how to strike the right balance, and I'll pass along some of my tips from 17 years of leadership, where I've gone from leading just 2 people to leading leaders of large teams. And stay till the end, where I will share an unexpected tip about how your behaviour can impact on the perception of your professionalism. First up, define your role. I would do this for yourself first. Make sure that you have a clear understanding of what your role is as leader for your team. Perhaps you are a professional with expertise in your industry. So not only are you a technical expert, but you're also a manager or a leader of that team. So you might define your role as being someone to provide expert advice and lead the team. Perhaps you don't have technical expertise in that team. They are the experts and you are leading them. In both of these scenarios, leadership needs to be at the heart of the purpose of the role. And it's important to be really clear on your role and what your team can expect from you. You can do this right from the outset by providing clarity for your team about where they sit within the organisation and what the importance is of the role that they fulfil in achieving the organisation's objectives. If people can envision how they contribute, they are more likely to see value in what they do at work. This is one of the key engagement triggers for work. The work that I do matters and provides value. Once you have set a clear alignment with the organisation's goals and the role that your team members fulfill, then you can establish how their individual contributions work. This helps them define their place and provides them with a sense of belonging to the team that they're in. This is where you also define your place with your team, which could be supporting them, ensuring that they have the tools and skills to fulfill their roles, providing direction with clear goals or a vision that you're all striving for, and motivating and inspiring them to do this all together. So this could be broken down in the most basic form with your team in terms of your expectations of them, which could be on time for work, be at work, fulfill the key elements of your role, and tell me if you can't. No surprises. Then you might say that your role is to be available, provide the resources or support that they need to do their jobs, give clear direction and communication, take the time to be present and actively listen to them. Once you have defined your role clearly, you can work with your team to determine some key ways of how you're going to work together. It could be that you agree that every morning you're going to meet as a team, first thing, for 20 minutes. You'll go through the key messages for the day and just set up that day well with some initial engagement together. Along with the how do you want to work as a team and communicate and how often do you want to meet, it can be really valuable to build in some key values for you as a team that work together. These values can be things like treating each other with respect or no swearing. Just some basic things that you guys agree that you want to do together. I have done a video on how to build values into your leadership and how it actually makes your job so much easier, as then you can hold people to account, particularly around some of those trickier behavioural issues. That video is linked on your screen. All of this, defining your role, setting expectations, creating team values, really helps build solid boundaries within your team. The other side of it, once you have that set up, is around your own behaviour. This is about what you do every day to show your professionalism so that you don't fall into the trap of being seen as a friend. The first thing is to encourage professionalism by setting a standard. This could be through things such as what you wear. I have definitely used this, particularly when I was younger. It made me feel more confident in my leadership role, as there are a number of years that I went through as a younger leader where I was the youngest person and my team were all quite a lot older than me. Unfortunately, that is not the case anymore, but that's okay. I'm fine with it. But I tried to show my professionalism by dressing more corporate. And rightly or wrongly, I believe that it helped build my professionalism as a leader. You can also show professionalism through how you speak, not swearing, not gossiping, being appropriate and not engaging in conversations that could be seen as inappropriate. Another behavioural adaptation that I made to try and be seen as more professional at work was being really aware around what I shared about my personal life. This one takes a little bit of practice, as you don't want to be a robot who won't even tell their team that they have kids or that they're married. It can make you appear as inauthentic, and I have been led by managers who fell into that category. And there was something quite unapproachable about that style, that while it was fine, it meant that I wasn't quite as open with them as I would have been if I felt that they were more approachable for me. I will share things with my team, such as a child's birthday, or just amusing things that have happened that I think they'll find funny with my family or my life. But I don't go too deep. I wouldn't share any issues I was having at home, or a huge amount of detail about my family. But I say just enough so they know my kid's name, my husband's name, and roughly what I like to do in my spare time. But they don't know my home address, or all the details of my personal relationships. I really avoid oversharing personal information. I also have never connected with my direct reports through social media, or socialised with them outside of work unless it was for work. The surprising tip that I have learned about being professional on my leadership journey is to encourage your team to share their thoughts and concerns openly. I never associated this with being professional until I realised that by creating a safe space where my team felt heard and valued, and that I was willing to consider alternative options or ideas in a respectful manner, I was actually building trust and professional respect with my team, which enabled me to build an environment where I could in turn provide constructive feedback that was specific, actionable, and respectful, building a team of mutual trust and respect that was professional in its very nature, because we then trusted and respected each other. Setting boundaries in the workplace is essential for maintaining a professional and productive environment. Remember, being a leader doesn't mean you need to be everyone's friend. And click on the video linked on your screen to really reinforce for yourself that everyone is watching you as a leader, and this is why being professional really matters. Thanks very much for watching.